Welcome back to Faustia's Occult Truths. Before we begin today's episode, let's get into the occult news first. Today is March 6, 2026, and today in occult news. As of the 28th of February 2026, we Americans are at war with Iran. The entire planet knows this. When looking at the parallels between the geopolitical reality and the astrological alignments, the timing is incredibly significant, acting as a dramatic real-world reflection of the as above, so below principle. Here is a breakdown of the realities of that day and the deeper significance of their convergence. The earthly reality, the outbreak of war. On the 28th of February 2026, following months of escalating tensions, mass protests, and nuclear intelligence discoveries, the United States and Israel launched coordinated, massive strikes against Iran, codenamed Operation Epic Fury and Operation Roaring Lion. The objective: the strikes targeted key military commanders, missile arrays, and regime infrastructure with the explicit goal of regime change. The fallout: this immediately triggered retaliatory waves of missile strikes from Iran across the Middle East, plunging the region into a major, multi-front conflict that is actively reshaping the global landscape. The celestial reality, the six-planet parade. On that exact same evening, as the sun set, a rare planetary parade became visible. 6 planets Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune aligned in a sweeping, arc-shaped formation across the western sky. While planetary alignments are accidents of orbital perspective, having 6 major bodies visually clustered in one arc is a rare event that draws the attention of astronomers and stargazers worldwide. The astrological and esoteric significance. The fact that a massive, systemic war began on the precise day of this alignment is not lost on astrological and esoteric communities. They view this convergence through several intense lenses. The war corridor. Astrologers had been pointing to late February and early March 2026 as a highly volatile war corridor. The alignment of these 6 planets acted as a focal point for this tension, symbolizing a period of systemic collapse and the shedding of old global identities. The Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries. Just days before the strike, peaking on February 20, Saturn and Neptune formed a rare conjunction in Aries, the sign of the Ram, ruled by Mars. The god of war. Saturn represents harsh discipline, karma, and material structures, while Neptune governs illusions, beliefs, and dissolution. Their collision in the sign of war perfectly mirrors the violent dismantling of deeply entrenched ideological and political structures we are witnessing. Esoteric timing. There is a deeper occult layer to how this conflict is being perceived. During the prior 2025 conflicts, there were allegations and whispers from Iranian officials regarding the use of supernatural elements and talismans in modern warfare. For practitioners of the Hermetic sciences and predictive astrology, the decision to launch a world-altering military campaign on the exact day of a rare 6-planet alignment feels highly symbolic, an intentional or synchronistic harnessing of macrocosmic energy to force a violent, microcosmic shift on Earth. Ultimately, the 28th of February 2026 serves as a textbook example of a macrocosmic alignment mirroring a microcosmic explosion. The heavens displayed a rare, heavy clustering of planetary energy, and Earth responded with a sudden, forceful restructuring of power. From our last episode on the Hermetic sciences, I showed you all of the possibilities and powers you are able to achieve in these sciences, or sometimes called the art. Remember, without the powers, you will not be able to practice the Hermetic arts. Using these arts or sciences are based on evocation, while the basic magic is based on invocation. Evocation, you command. Invocation, you call or ask. To evoke, the powers come from within you to overpower nature itself. This requires special training. Now, not everyone who trains can unlock powers, just like everyone can't be a world-class singer, soccer star, or sports athlete. Anyone who tells you that everyone can do this is lying to you. Our high science requires you have these powers, and training is required. Since nearly all of the books published today are just utter BS, I have had to reach into some of the old works in my possession to start you off. First lesson. Our science requires a strong mind. Why? In these old works you will see one word constantly: will. You must will what you want to manifest. Remember, this is evocation, not invocation, so you must will, you must command, not ask. We will be using Kanzawa Sensei and Master John Chang for this lesson, as Kanzawa Sensei's powers are similar to mine. This is Kanzawa Sensei, and this is Master John Chang. John Chang was not his real name, but we'll keep it, and he died in 2020. In teacher Franz Barden's books, this is called the magnetic fluid, and it has its properties the same way the humans have their properties for magnetism in their physics. Ours are on a much higher level. Not bragging, just saying. Watch these two videos. Like in the older books, you're going to have to read, listen, and comprehend what you see in the world and read. Take a look.
What kind of power is Mr. Kamisawa referring to when he talks about putting animals to sleep? With the cooperation of Dr. Masayoshi from Tokyo Denki University, we decided to thoroughly investigate the energy emitted by Mr. Kamisawa from various angles. The investigation involves preparing various measuring instruments to measure what changes occur in the body when Mr. Kamisawa is emitting ki. The measuring equipment prepared this time includes thermography to measure the surface temperature of the body, and as you can see, this is the thermography and other data screens before sending ki. All preparations are complete. Now, let's begin the experiment. What kind of changes will occur?
Yes, then I would like you to emit the energy.
Yes, here we go. Yes, Mr. Kamisawa slowly raised his right hand and began to send out energy. Then in the next moment...
Doctor, it went up. Ah, that's amazing.
Changes quickly appeared on the heart rate monitor and blood flow meter. Astonishingly, the heart rate went from 60 to 100 and the blood flow increased to 1.5 times the normal rate in an instant. Furthermore,
Doctor, the thermography is also rising.
This time, a significant change appeared on the thermography. Astonishingly, only the temperature of the right palm rapidly increased. It rose by about 3 degrees in just 5 minutes. Is this truly due to the power of Kai? Therefore...
Mr. Kanda, please stop the energy.
At this point, we asked Mr. Kamisawa to stop emitting K. Then, the heart rate monitor and blood flow meter, which had shown changes earlier, quickly returned to almost the same values as before the experiment. And in about 5 minutes, the temperature of the right palm also decreased.
Mr. Kamisawa, please start the second round of energy now.
All right, let's begin.
Here, Mr. Kamisawa will emit energy again.
It's rising again, Doctor.
Then, as expected, the numbers began to show a similar increase as before, and the temperature of the palm also started to rise.
In a short time, the blood flow, heart rate, and palm temperature changed rapidly, which is usually quite unlikely.
According to Dr. Machi, it is normally impossible for blood flow and heart rate to increase so rapidly and for body temperature to rise in such a localized area like the palm, despite being in a mostly inactive state as in this case. Why did this happen?
Mr. Kamisawa is practicing a special breathing technique. It affected the autonomic nervous system, allowing him to control blood flow and heart rate at will.
According to Dr. Machi, Mr. Kamisawa performs a special abdominal breathing when emitting energy. By doing this special abdominal breathing, he might be controlling his autonomic nervous system himself, increasing his heart rate and blood flow. This is thought to be the reason for the rise in hand temperature. Based on this phenomenon, Dr. Machi mentioned a possibility regarding the true nature of Kai.
It is possible that Kai is the far infrared radiation emitted from the hand.
Which also knows how to harness its yin and yang energies.
Yin-yang, positive and negative, and my positive from here and my negative from here. And we meet together, this can get like electricity.
And is this because you're special? You have a special sort of
It's meditation every day.
It's meditation that does it?
Meditation every day. Like a yoga.
Uh-huh.
But I study about 18 years.
18 years.
18 years from my jail before.
Can you project this energy through your hands only or through other things as well?
Only your hands.
Like you can touch me, like this. It's nothing, okay? It's my burn. Just like this.
Our sound recordist, Simi, was skeptical at first. Later, he told us that anybody could learn this. God had given us all the yin-yang polarity, but it takes discipline and meditation to awaken and control it. And you must be very aware of your emotions. This energy can be dangerous. It can kill as well as heal. Then he asked for our newspaper. Whatever he had done to our newspaper, it's how he'd healed my eyes that made me wonder. What do these people living in the shadows of the volcanoes still know that we of the West have forgotten?
I believe I did this video in 2014 or 2015. Like Kanzawa Sensei, I can control the magnetic fluid. If people genuinely have this power, it will work on animals without you touching them, and most importantly, it will work on groups. You will hear me breathing loudly. It's not needed, but I was so excited, and also I wanted to see the correlation of the breath, like you saw in the videos with Kanzawa Sensei and Master Chang. I clap when they go to sleep to show that the sleep is not normal, but induced. I clap and repeat. I made this chart to show you the anatomy of our science. As you saw from Master Chang and Kanzawa Sensei, the palms of the hands, the feet, but me, I use my eyes and skin, like my aura, so to speak. When you begin your breathing training, this chart, or similar, will be seen in all the old works, and their names, what they do, how it works, etc. This is what the original healers were, using the natural forces of creation. What you are looking at is the first exercise of our science. You see a person sitting with their eyes wide open, and in front of them is a spiritual object, glowing. Now look closely. That same object is also inside the brain, connected to the pituitary gland, which sits right behind the eyes. This is the seat of inner vision. This is what you must learn to do. You must hold an image in your mind, while your eyes are open and looking at the physical world. You are seeing two things at once. The outside world with your eyes, and the image inside your mind at the same time. Now, look around the person. There is chaos everywhere. People shouting, loud noises, distractions on all sides. But the person is calm, focused, unmoved. This is the point. You must be able to hold that image in your mind, no matter what is going on around you. The noise, the distractions, none of it breaks your concentration. This is how you build the will. The longer you can hold that image without losing it, the stronger your mind becomes. And without a strong mind, you cannot practice this science. This is your first training.